Good evening. I'm the chairman of the City of Saginaw Planning Commission. This is a regular meeting of the City Planning Commission. When the petitioner for a special land use or site plan approval request in which you are interested is called, please come forward to the podium. Give your name and address to the secretary for the record, and after the appellant's presentation, others may comment. The meeting is videotaped, so it is important that only one person speak at a time and the audience observe respect for the speaker. An affirmative vote of the majority of the members present is necessary to grant a petition, special land use or site plan approval. Recommendations on all petitions are made by the commission and then forward to the city council. Are there any questions? If there are none, will the secretary please call the roll?
Commissioner, go ahead.
Commissioner Bland?
Present.
Commissioner Faust?
Present.
Commissioner Clark? Commissioner Lamar? Commissioner Milne?
Here.
Commissioner Moore?
Here.
Commissioner Nash?
Here.
Commissioner Orange?
Here.
Commissioner Ostash?
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you. First item on our agenda is the approval of our minutes from the meeting of April 23rd, 2024. The commissioners have all had an opportunity to look at the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections? I will entertain a motion to approve if not. Mr. Faust?
I make a motion to approve.
Support more.
Been moved and supported to approve the minutes as received. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Next item is approval of the agenda.
So move more.
Support, Nash.
Moved and supported to approve the agenda for this evening. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Following the agenda, we have new business. We have case number J24-2795, a site plan review for 303 Adams. Do we have the petitioner to come forward?
Good evening. Nick Seoffer, architect with Shaheen Development, 1100 South Washington. I'd just like to thank you guys for your time this evening to let us bring to you guys a new project for downtown Saginaw, or I'm sorry, Old Town Saginaw. I did bring some little bit bigger plans than what you have in front of you there to try to give us a little bit better idea of the project. This project is located in the block that is bounded by Adams, South Hamilton Street, Cass Street, and South Niagara. It is all the parcels except for the one extreme, the one corner parcel on Cass Street in Hamilton that is not considered part of this project. The site itself is 1.10 acres, taking up all but this parcel here that comes down to here. But we've already got approval for 303 Adams to be torn down by HDC, and on Thursday we will be going before them to again, 218 South Hamilton Street, approved for demolition.
Thank you. Not sure what that is.
This is our proposed site plan. It is a mixed-use building. It's 4 stories in overall height. The very first floor will be mostly a parking garage. It'll have 80 indoor or covered parking spots. And then on fronting Hamilton Street, we actually have about 6,000 square feet of new retail space that'll be available. It'll actually be at street level on Hamilton. The way the site falls off, we're actually able to kind of play with grades and get that second floor level to kind of share in between the two, and then we'll have 3 floors of apartments built on top of that. There is a little bit of extra parking over on the corner of Cass and Niagara. Will also probably be where our trash utilities will be located for pickup, because this building will require what we call a trash chute. People don't like to carry their trash 4 stories down. I don't know why. The building itself is overall is 129, we're just gonna call it 129,000 square feet for tonight. It's right around 38 $28,940 on the first floor with that retail and parking. And then it has the 3 floors above it, which consists of 30,117 square feet. And those 3 floors will have 69 apartments, both 2-bedroom and 1-bedrooms, a nice little mix of those. Bob built these also, if it falls down, we're gonna blame city.
Okay,
Engineering or.
You don't have no money,
have insurance.
don't blame us.
Cassie said she can never get it work, so she's gonna stay in the same seat. So as you can see, the first floor is mainly all parking. We have the circulation inside the garage itself. And then you have the vertical circulation, then we'll have what we call the residential entrance off Hamilton, which I think would be a really nice addition to that street where you have a nice lobby space. And then we'll actually have 2 elevators that will be able to take you up or even back down to the parking garage, because there is about a 5-foot grade difference between the two in order for it all to work out elevation wise. The first floor is this big, but then on the second through the 4th floors, we actually are gonna build in a central corridor or exterior courtyard, so that you'll actually have more opportunities for exterior windows and natural light, even on the interior areas, which normally if you were filming in this fashion, only the perimeters would get it. So that's an added bonus. Now we have a little bit of a green roof where we can have a courtyard for the residents themselves. Did you have a question?
Oh, I'll wait.
Okay. So this is our proposed front elevation. It's a combination of brick and stone. And then due to the RMU, Main Street, and Urban Flex overlays, we do have to meet the fenestration requirements for our main elevation. So on that first floor retail, you'll have lots of glass, lots of visual contact to the stores themselves, and then you'll have the 3 floors of brick with your operable windows up above. And you can see we've kind of played with brick detailing and some stone accents to give it that nice old town character that I think everybody kind of expects down there. The timing of this project is kind of crucial. We do need the HDC approval, but we would really like to try to get the demolition done this year yet, in this fall, into winter, and then we would be ready to actually spring forth in the spring with the building of the building itself. I think the report was very well written by Bob, as usual. I think, unless you have any other questions. Yes.
Sorry. Oh, Commissioner Ostash.
Thanks. So you were describing the exterior second floor. Is that like open right to the sky, or?
Well, the building itself, sure about that floor, but it probably wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, because sometimes they'll close them in with like,
No,
A
they'll be
tree.
open to the exterior.
okay,
So you'll basically have a U-shaped building that's built on top of this. And this portion on top of the second floor will actually be what we call a green room.
great.
So we'll plant shrubs and bushes and actually create some courtyard.
Cool.
And give an amenity space to the actual users. So,
Okay.
with the nice view out the river.
That was actually some of the design of the studio gang on the Medical Diamond, on the urban unit and the college as well. Yeah, I like that.
Everybody likes to have that connection
Yep.
to the exterior. And we're gonna actually be able to do some stacked balconies.
Yeah.
So it'll be even a better selling point if we have an interior.
Yeah, it gives residents a place to hang out. Okay, thanks.
Commissioner Moore.
Okay, you said there was gonna be interior what? On
An
this-
interior courtyard on the portion of the building, so that you would have, where there is no building. So you would, on the first floor, you're here, but up above, you're basically taking a slice out of the middle, so that everybody has an exterior window.
Okay, this is a question for Bob. Didn't we approve this already?
No, ma'am. This is the first time that you've seen this.
Oh, I thought.
I do such good design work, they all look great, don't
Okay,
they?
okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm kind of with the mayor, because you presented something similar.
2 months ago, we were here presenting 108th North Niagara, which was a mixed-use, a mixed-use building to replace the old Captain's Cove. You guys approved that.
Okay,
and it
right,
went
so
before the
same thing,
HDC.
but different locations.
It's a
Same
mu-
concept.
Same concept, much bigger.
Okay,
Just to update, then the Historic District Commission turned that project down.
okay.
Why?
We're on this subject.
I'm sorry, that's why I said I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you
'Cause I
for the
really
question.
thought, I'm like, okay.
In mentioning whether this project had been brought to us before or not, did the demolition portion receive either an obsolete property district or brownfield? It does seem like I've seen the footprint on something, but
No, this
nothing for the
project.
303 building as far as its demo.
This project went before the HDC when we asked permission to tear down the 303 Adams portion of it, but it has never
Oh, okay.
gone to
Not
site
this
plan.
body, but.
Not this body at this time. Actually, I mean, the project has actually grown since we originally showed it to HDC. He has to recognize it.
I'm sorry.
Commissioner Milno, you may be referring to, they did receive a RAP grant from the MEDC for this project. So maybe that's what you're referring to?
Could be. It just seemed like the address of the project had come up before. Commissioner Orange.
How many floors did you say this was gonna be, 4 or 5?
It'll be 4 stories.
4
Wait.
stories.
4 stories.
And am I looking at the right paperwork here on page 2? Where it gives the height and the setbacks and the parking. And it says 2 stories, 5 stories, or 1 story, 5 stories.
Those are what's required by zone, or allowed by zoning. Those
Okay.
aren't, this building
That's what's
is 4 stories, you're allowed to go up to 5, I think
Okay.
with a max height
Oh,
of
but that's
70
not-
feet.
okay.
Yes.
And so the court, the top, the roof, where you would have like the open space, that's not considered one of the
No,
stories?
there is no building where this happens. I mean, what you do is, I'm gonna write up. So on the upper floors, you end up with an open courtyard in that portion of it. So then you double line, you have apartments on each side of what we call a double loaded corridor.
Uh-huh,
And so the apartments on this side would actually have exterior windows as well as these. So everybody has an exterior window and will actually be able to build some balconies and even occupy the second floor of that roof with some outdoor amenities, courtyard or plaza. if you would say.
and that's above the parking structure?
That would be on the top, that would be on the roof.
It would sit,
Parking.
so the parking structure, then the courtyard,
The courtyard sits right on the roof of that parking
okay.
structure.
I can get that visualization, thank you.
It won't be way up there. It's too windy up there, we found.
Commissioner Clark.
Yes, thank you. I apologize for not hearing the entire presentation, but I have a question just to clarify. There's currently a lot on the Cass Street side that has a building on it, and then there's a parking lot there.
Correct,
All right. Is this going to be removing that building that's there as well?
correct.
So that one will come down?
The what we call, everybody calls it the barber shop, right? Because it's painted on the side of the barber shop would be part of this project.
Okay.
If given approval by the HDC to remove.
And then, so this essentially is going to be a square structure that takes the entire block, is that correct?
Not the entire block. We were able to enter into agreement with the parcels that you were talking about, but this corner parcel is not an option, it's not up for,
The current parking lot,
the current parking lot directly across from the stable is
Yeah,
not,
okay.
is not part of this project. So that little strip along there, they'll keep their parking lot, and then we'll develop that corner into either parking or green space or utility space.
okay. Other than that, the lot will be completely, or the block will be completely.
Would be
built.
completely covered.
All right, thank you.
I have a question.
John.
Yes.
Just a point of clarification, because now I'm kind of confused.
The first floor, you said would be garage, right? Or is that the second floor?
It's a combination of garage and parking.
Okay.
Retail. So-
Garage and retail on the
so
first
parking
floor.
portion is here, and then on the very front portion on Hamilton would actually be retail.
Okay, so the second, third, and looks like fourth floors would be apartments, which would have an open middle that they can look in.
Courtyard effect on the very front.
And then on the roof, would there be any kind of, it'd just be roof, nothing like foliage or?
No, once you get up that high, the winds along the river just really become a deterrent to occupy. We found that out in Bay City.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Orange?
One last question about the courtyard. So it'll look up to the sky or it'll have a ceiling?
No, it'll look up to the sky.
So it goes all the way up?
It goes all the way up.
Okay.
Just think of you're cutting a piece of cake, a cake, and you cut a chunk out of the middle, and you just remove it.
Mr. Ostash?
So the retail spaces that are going to be in the front, what are you thinking for retail on the first floor?
Right now, we have it put together where it could be either office, retail, or mercantile. It's set up where it'd be basically a vanilla box or a white box that you
Yeah.
would.
The,
We would build some shafts in if, so to speak, like a restaurant wanted to move in, we'd be able to, able to handle their
Yeah,
hood
that's what I was
system.
wondering, if there's enough room for.
Yeah, we'll build that in.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Thank you. I don't like to try to build it afterwards.
That's it.
Any other questions from commissioners for the petitioner? Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you for your time.
It's not a public hearing,
Just need a motion to approve the site
okay,
plan.
that's what I thought. I will entertain a motion.
With the stipulations
Yeah.
that are.
The two stipulations.
Let's see where those are. Approval of there it is. Okay, I'm seeking a motion to approve this plan with two stipulations. The City of Saginaw Historic District Commission issues a notice to proceed with the demolition on the 218 South Hamilton property that is part of this project. The City of Saginaw Engineering Department review and approval of all the utility connections.
So move more.
Second Ostash.
Been moved and seconded. Is there discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. The project will be sent to the We have a second item. This is not an action item. This is for our information. A report on the Saginaw Covenant Academy building at 508 South Washington, a proposed addition. The commissioners have all received communication about this project, and
Mr. Chair, do
We-
we need to make a motion on this one? Or
it
it's just
says this is
information
for information only.
only? Just asking.
Be
Yeah.
receiving file.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Because this involves a public school site, the law requires we be notified, but not approve
So
it.
the only caveat to that is if you had comments, I would be willing to forward those again to the state superintendent. They'll take them under consideration, but
Okay,
they're the ones who make the
so we
final
can make
decisions.
our interests known. Excuse me. There's our, oh, there goes with it. Excuse me.
I'll
I
second.
second.
Excuse me.
up for discussion?
Certainly, we can discuss this.
No, I just wanted to say that I've been in that school and it is growing. I remember when it first opened versus now. And now they have a daycare so that everybody can get service. The mothers who have children can bring their kids, the fathers who have their kids. So, I mean, I'm all for that one. I was hoping we had the vote.
I do have a question, I guess, for staff. Some of the proposed area of the addition currently is used for their on-site trash storage and additional entrances to the building. Has there been any provision proposed for that?
Yes, along the north side of the building, that's where the trash containers will be. It's not, let me see here.
It maintains enough space there outside the wall of the building?
Yeah, it's not clear on the diagram, but the north wall is more or less in line with the existing north wall of the
Oh,
building.
yeah, okay, I see what you're
But
talking
then there's
about.
an open space in between those, the
Right.
new addition. And so the trash containers will be on that side of the building.
It'll just,
And all of the utilities will also be in that kind of alleyway.
oh, okay, it does maintain that space
Yeah.
then. Yeah, okay. Well, that was my only question. Are there any recommendations we wish to make? Any comment to the state superintendent? It looks like fairly normal building addition kind of project.
They did their homework.
No comment being added to it. We've received our information.
You have
Thank
a
you.
motion on the floor to
Motion on the floor,
receive and
got a vote.
file.
What?
You have a motion on the floor to receive and file.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that as a motion, just that that's what we do. Yes, there is a motion. Was it seconded?
Yes.
All right. Well, then let us proceed to the motion. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We have received the communication. We are now at public comment. Is there any public comment? No public comment being brought forth. Any old business?
No, other than I want to point out, I think you all were on the email list of just announcing that zoning workshop that we're having next Tuesday evening.
I received that. Zoning workshop going to be held,
That's part of our zoning rewrite, and so
Yes.
the focus on that is going to be on the neighborhoods.
We do have
5 to
flyers
7?
out there in our stand.
okay.
You guys want one?
But remember,
Upstairs.
we don't go down them stairs anymore. We go down these
There,
steps.
it's down those stairs.
Okay. I'm just saying.
And this stand right out here, I
I'm
will
just
bring it
saying,
to
we
you
don't go
personally.
down here anymore. We go this way.
Mr. Commissioner Ostash.
So, what's the communication that we're doing for the public? I know there was a person here last time, but I actually instructed them to the website, how to sign up for press releases, even text messages I'm getting now on all kinds of stuff, so, but newspaper,
For the workshop?
yeah.
Yeah, the public notice went out, gonna go out tomorrow morning. And then
Okay.
it'll be put on our website as well.
Okay.
A press release,
Yeah,
yep.
press release, and then all of the neighborhood associations received a copy of the flyer.
Okay,
And I also sent it to my NAG contact list, which has a
Okay.
bunch of general citizens.
I'll forward that over to the OTSA as well, so that they can send it
send
out
it
in their
to
email
the-
list.
Sent all the neighbors.
Oh, you did? What, sorry, what did you say?
I'll take that, once you send that out, I'll send that over to Russ Engman and have him send that out to the Old Town Association too, so that they're all notified
Yep,
too, so, yeah, okay.
they got it.
Yep.
But they-
Sometimes they miss the memo.
I'm lost. So, Commissioner Oster said he'll send it, and you said they already got it.
We already sent it to all the
You already got
neighborhood
it.
associations, the Old Town is one of them.
Okay,
We count them as a neighborhood association.
Yep.
okay, I just heard that, and I'm like,
Same with downtown.
Downtown DSA?
DDA.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Yeah.
DDA? Does that get anything?
I go to that meeting, so they had their
Oh,
meeting today, so
okay.
I gave them all a flyer.
Okay.
Question for staff. You mentioned that a project we had sent along that needed historic district approval did not get it.
Correct.
Are we expecting that to come back to us, to go to council as unapproved by the commission, but they might?
That's not a procedural step that would occur, no.
Well, no, I'm just informally asking, are we expecting it might return?
I don't know.
Okay, that's an acceptable answer. Commissioner
So
Ostash.
to answer your question, the state process, they have 60 days to file an appeal
Ah,
through
okay.
the State Historic Preservation Office.
Then that will be up to them.
never mind. And I just thought about it. Never mind.
We have no expectations then.
But we should.
It has been moved to adjourn by Commissioner Clark. Supported? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Never.